And because these silo systems are not easily integrated, paper then becomes the common denominator to carry information and data across counterparties. Also, different organizations have different level of digital capabilities and have different priorities in building their own IT infrastructure. So with individual organizations working in silo, trying to deal with an industry problem, the result is lack of interoperability within organizations and common standard for them to work together. And I think those in the technology field will agree with me that it is very costly for them to integrate many of these silo systems at scale. Next. So to elevate paperless trade to the next level, we believe that a better way that is fast, cheap, and easy for thousands of digital silos to interoperate is needed. Actually, in trade, we just need to deal with two types of documents that are commonly used. The first commonly used document are those that you use to convey information or to establish contractual relationship between counterparties. Example of this document can be invoices, purchase orders, certificate of origin. Actually, this type of document is not difficult to digitize. But we take a step further by making those documents verifiable. Secondly, transferable documents like bill of lading, bill of exchange, warehouse receipt are a special class of documents which have the legal ability to effect performance obligation transfer from party to party. Although our esteemed colleague from HSBC shared with us that they already implemented e-presentation services over their web. But when the LC called for an original bill of lading, most often than not, you still need to send a courier package across. And we all know that bill of lading are slow to transport among the different trade players, and it necessitates risky practices, such as the use of letter of indemnity. So on top of using technology to ensure that document is authentic, we also use technology to effect the title transfer electronically in full compliance of the law. Next. For the many trade digitalization project that I personally have been working on, we know that the solution to cross-border paperless trade is not just a technical solution. It needs to be an embodiment of business needs, standardization, law, and technology. And the set of software components that I show in the diagram here is just what we have built to embody or a manifestation of this embodiment. In Singapore, about 2 years ago, we have amended our Electronic Transaction Act. And this amendment actually marked an important milestone for us as an electronic, as after we passed the new law, negotiable instrument can be electronic, such as electronic bill of lading, e-promissory note, as well as digital warehouse receipt, just to name a few. And after we have the law, it is now legally recognized as a document of title. For those of you who are wondering what trade trust is, it is very important to note that Trade Trust is not a platform. We are not building a platform. What Trade Trust is actually a framework that is designed for organizations to issue any document that can be reliably verified by any third party that the document he has is authentic and the content of the document has not been tampered with. And we call this self-verifiable documents. The software components that are provided to allow organizations a means to easily integrate and deploy onto their respective IT infrastructure. Next. Trade Trust, when we embark on this project, is not just for Singapore. We see this as a public good that government should invest in that will help our businesses' ability to trade internationally in a cross-border. And we believe that the role of government is to invest in such an infrastructure building, including working with various international organizations like ICC, in establishing global standards. Businesses then can focus their limited resources on generating business value for their customers. Next slide, please. Because Trade Trust is offered to the world as a public good, Trade Trust is designed along 5 foundational principles. Firstly, we use a public permissionless blockchain. Just now I heard there are a lot of discussion about this. I don't really understand what you guys discuss. Maybe Pak Uno, we can talk about it later.
Siap.
Secondly, very important, data is not on the blockchain. Although Pak Uno said that the blockchain is a database, but the blockchain is actually a special type of database.
Yeah.
The most important thing that we leverage on the blockchain technology is its ability to solve the double spend problem. Nothing else. Thirdly, the framework is designed to be payload agnostic, so that parties can make use of whichever format or standards that they already engineer their IT system to do so. Fourthly, the framework comprises a set of software components is open source, freely available to anyone that want to use it, and the most important thing is its code can be checked by all before it's being used or deployed in anyone's IT infrastructure. Last but not least, the title transfer functionality of Trade Trust is designed to be MLETR compliant. By the way, MLETR stands for Model Law on Electronic Transferable Record by OnnoCenter. Next slide, please. Next. Yeah. This is another view that technical folks would like to see. The modular design will ensure that there's minimum coupling and provide us the flexibility to cater for changes in technology in the future. The software components can also be viewed as a middleware that sits in between application and the blockchain layer. So I was asked this question, does IMDA develop our own blockchain network? My answer is no. You just use blockchain. Doesn't mean we need to develop the blockchain. This architecture is designed to allow business or government departments to build platforms and business applications that are independent of its underlying DLT technologies. Users can use it to plug onto any compatible blockchains to accomplish the functionality of ensuring authenticity, source legally valid performance transfer. Next slide, please. This is one of my favorite examples when I talk to custom officials because it deals with certificate of origin. In this example, you can see that a certificate originated from a closed-loop blockchain ecosystem can be seamlessly shared with a legacy non-blockchain platform of a bank. And at the same time, this same certificate can be verified and consumed by a government-run platform. The two key benefits of such a decentralized verifiable architecture are, firstly, it removes the need for expensive data interchange or data exchange infrastructure to be put in place between exchanging parties. Secondly, it removes the tight coupling and the interdependencies between exchanging systems. For those who are technically inclined, the underlying technology we use is called verifiable credential by W3C. Next slide, please. One of the main reasons why negotiable instruments such as BL are notoriously difficult to digitize because this special class of document have the ability to effect performance obligation transfer. So there can only be one physical copy. With paper media, we are restricted to the endorsement chain being recorded on the same piece of paper, where the bank endorses it to another bank. However, once we digitize it in the digital medium, we are able to deal with them separately while maintaining the integrity of the document end-to-end digitally. Next slide. This is an illustration of how interoperability of a title document such as BL can be achieved by separately dealing with the title ownership and the evidence of contract of carriage. So the center part is the public permissionless blockchain that we talk about. And we are not using public permissionless blockchain to store data. Not store data. The trade trust framework allows any document to be packaged in a standardized way or manner so that a trade trust file containing one or more trade documents can be transported by any conventional means, like email attachments, portal, or even a SWIFT network. It is also flexible enough to support situations where some participants, like government authorities such as customs, when they look at BL, they do not actually need to effect the title part of the BL, but just to make sure that they have a means to authenticate the authenticity and the provenance of that particular trade document. Next slide, please. The innovative, open, and neutral approach to trade digitalization has garnered the interest and participation of many countries internationally, both from the government as well as industry. Many have chosen to adopt and run pilots using it with a view to mass adoption. We are excited to walk this journey with them, just as we hope we can do so with you. Next slide, please. Over the past 3 to 4 years, we have been working very closely with international organizations by contributing what we have built to the global community. And our work has received a lot of interest and recognition in many international forums. Next slide, please. So we are currently inviting businesses and organizations who are interested to join us on this journey to explore the trade trust framework, via first a technical proof of concept, then subsequently orchestrating to conduct fully paperless transactions. Next slide, please. That is all I have to share today. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sin Yong. I think this is very enlightening for all of us. Mr. Sin Yong have shared what happened in Singapore. As we know, I think blockchain even widely used in Singapore, even in the banking industry and also in the trade finance. And I think all of us as the trade people here really hoping